Hey everyone on YouTube, it's Mike here, Global Voodoo, and I'm going to talk to you about a consultation I did about 3 weeks ago with an individual. And they said, I asked them, I said, can I share this information? Because it's a good success story, but there's also a lesson to be learned with this. Basically the individual started about 4 months ago after they got laid off from their job. So they were out searching for jobs, and there was nothing there. So they decided to pick up and do the whole reselling, eBaying, and thrift storing, and they've struggled, and just because you might start tomorrow doesn't mean you're going to have success tomorrow. I mean, this is a constant game of reselling on eBay, Amazon, wherever it is, okay? And a week went by after I pretty much said, hey, here's some stuff you can go buy and do Amazon, test that out. Start looking for these products at the thrift store. And I pretty much gave him a strategy on how to sell on eBay. He was restricted with, he can only sell so many items a month. And as long as he shipped out the items fast and get a lot of negative feedback, eBay would increase his limit. So about, I would say a week in, he came to me again, and I said, what's going on? Tell me what's happening. Give me an update on this. And he's like, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I only made like $350 this week. I said, okay. And I just flat out asked, I said, how much time are you putting into this? And this is what I want you to think about, okay? Nothing in life is easy, especially when you're starting a new venture or you're starting a new career. You have to put time and effort into this, especially if you want to be full-time. I mean, this isn't just something where you could sit around the house for an hour, plug some numbers in, take some photos, and sit back, drink beers. No, this isn't this program, okay? This is running around, focusing, and constantly working, all right? So, after hearing that he's not really working that much during the day and, kind of just, spending like 5-6 hours on YouTube, watching all these videos. And I said, why are you watching all of these videos? And, and then the thing was, I'm soaking in this knowledge. I said, that's great, but, do that in shifts. You're wasting all this time when you could be hustling, you could be making money, you could be listing stuff. So I said, do me this favor, get out on the ball. I want you to put in double time, I want you to push 60 hours this upcoming week. And then you're going to see the results for this. Some people just need to be pushed in life. That's the thing. I have the drive, I have the motivation to keep going. I mean, I'm pushing hours into my business. I've been doing this for a long time that I don't mind spending all these hours and all this time on my business. Because if I give up and I stop, my numbers will reflect that. I don't want to wake up one day and can't pay my credit card or pay bills. I mean, I'm here, I'm working to make a living. And that's how you should be. If you're in a situation now where, the bills are piling up, I'm telling you, if you're a reseller or picker, you need to get it in gear. Cut out the time, the wasted time. That wasted time is wasted money. So, think about it. If I'm reaching you right now, sit there and say to yourself, well, I did waste 20 hours last week watching the latest TV show. Stop it. Do you want to make money? Because all you're doing is making them money and wasting your time. All right? You have to focus on yourself. You need to get your self-esteem up. You got to own this. You got to wake up and want this. You got to wake up wanting it and going to bed wanting it. And guess what happens? You put the hard work in, the time in, you will be a success. You will be on a road to knowledge, a road to understanding your business, a road to putting food on the table, putting extra money in your pocket. This isn't a difficult game, people. You buy and resell. You buy and resell. Do it over, do it over, do it over. Okay? Amazon's giving you an opportunity to you send the product in, stuff you can go buy, throw it in a box and send it to them. I mean, come on. How much more easier is it? Right? And so, you know, after he did this power hour weekly hustle, like kicked it in gear, we talked again. I said, what's up? He goes, dude, you're on it. He's like, I got stuff rolling, man. He's like, I've 10 times my money now. I'm rocking it. I said, yeah. I said, isn't that so easy? I said, this is how you have to stay focused. You have to keep it up like this. When you slack off and you don't, you start to move into another direction, daydreaming, like I like to call it. You're daydreaming about something, but your daydream is spending 8 hours a day doing nothing but just daydreaming. Right? You have to want this, okay? You have to want this, and you have to be persistent. You have to keep moving forward, all right? I understand, you know, you got a family, you got kids, and you got responsibilities at the home, sure. But I guarantee you have extra time in your life, all right? You have extra time to get out, to get up earlier, to spend late nights putting stuff online, getting your A's in line, getting your ducks in line, right? You have to. Because if you don't, and you're new at this, you're going to fail. You're going to fail, and then what does failing happen? When you fail here, where are you going to go to next? You're gonna go apply at Walmart? You're gonna be miserable. All right? So I know you have the will inside of you to keep moving forward. I want you to do this. If you've been slacking right now, you know what? For the next 7 days, get your butt in gear. Get your butt in gear. You have to. You want to make money, don't you? You know, so anyway, you know, after the consultation, I mean, he's having great success with, you know, life. He's making money. The bills are getting paid. He's excited. And all it took was a little jolt of, you know, hey, this is what you need to go do. So here's my little jolt to you. Get it done. Get it done. And you will see what I see and other people see. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. Also, you can visit me on Facebook. You can see the notifications there of stuff I post. Also, when new episodes of my radio, Pig for Profit Radio, airs, you can see the alerts over there. Also, visit my website, Pig for Profit, or if you're interested in learning tips and tricks on reselling, looking for alerts and stuff to buy for Amazon, you can go over there. I just missed my turn. Too busy talking to you guys on YouTube. But you can check it out, pigforprofit.com. We are almost at capacity at this point, so I want to just let you know this right now that the Pig for Profit site is going to go through some changes here pretty soon, and it's only to benefit everybody else that's in there. And you know, honestly, the prices are going to go up, and you know, I don't want to raise prices on people. The people that are in there right now, there's no worries. I've got something for you. You're not paying a penny more, so don't freak out. It's getting people in, because I have to be able to basically get this information to you, and I don't need people jumping on, screwing things up, doing this, that, and running off with things. So, you know, it's to benefit everybody in the long run. I'll talk more about that. I'll probably put something on Facebook. But the Pig for Profit site it's happening. Thank you for everybody for signing up on this deal. Really appreciate it. I know a lot of people on there are having some great success right now, making some money, doing a lot of Amazon stuff. But you know, like I said, I'm constantly putting daily information on that site and building some stuff. There's so much I have in my brain and ways of making money and products to sell that you know, this is going to be a lifelong journey for me here, putting this information on the Pig for Profit. You know, nobody can put together a website in a month and have, you know, 50 million hours of content. So keep that in mind. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Like I said, go check me out on Facebook. I'm out of here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the little rant, maybe a little motivation for you. Till next time, peace.